Hey guys, welcome back to Obsessed with Videos for another multimedia update. And it's the final one of this year because I'm planning to start work on the OWV Awards quite soon. And it's going to be a very big one this year because I've done a lot of posters this year, got a lot of cinema tickets this year, and got a lot of home media releases this year. So there's going to be quite a lot to do in that update. In that awards ceremony. And I've already started writing the script for it. So I'm gonna put most of my emphasis on that after Christmas and stuff. But anyway, in this update, I'm going out of this year with a bang in terms of updates because, the posters are going to be the biggest part of this update. But other than that, I've got one 4K Blu-ray, 3 cinema tickets, which were of the last films that I've seen at the cinema this year, pretty much. And, get this, 101 OWV Cinema posters in this update. That's got to be a record for the OWV Cinema era of posters, hasn't it? So, without further ado, let's get started with the 4K Blu-ray that I got in this update, which is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, from Mastermind George Miller, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. This is a release from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment from August of this year. The film came out in cinemas back in May of this year, but its home media release on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K came out in August. And it was one of the first Warner Brothers Home Entertainment releases to have the new Warner Brothers logo, the Warner Brothers Discovery Shield on it, instead of the 2019 pentagram shield on the spine and everywhere else. I think the first release to have it was Challengers, which was co-released with MGM back in July of this year on home media. And then it was later shown on releases such as The Watchers, which I got on DVD earlier this year, and Trap, which I got on Blu-ray earlier this year when they came out. And you also have the 2024 print logo for Warner Brothers Pictures, and this is also a film from Kennedy Miller Mitchell and Domain Entertainment, who are the new co-financers of Warner Brothers films since 2023. They're basically what Rat Pack Entertainment was for the 2010s, for the mid 2010s. Domain Entertainment is for Warner Brothers in the pretty much the mid 2020s because of films like Wonka, The Color Purple, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Twisters, Beetlejuice, Joker Folie à Deux, and most recently with The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. And there's the disc itself for Furiosa. Now on to the cinema tickets, in which the first one is Queer, which is the new film that stars Daniel Craig. And it was quite weird and explicit, but I think I had more fun with the second half because it was more of an adventure type film, even though they were looking for a drug that gives them telepathy or something and makes them have weird visions and stuff, and that was quite weird, but still. It was fine as it was. Maybe not the best of the year, but it was fine and experimental for what it was. In the US, this film was released by A24, but in the UK, it was released by Mubi. And other production companies involved with this film include Fremantle Films, as well as The Apartment Pictures and Frenesy Film Company, the production company that belongs to director Luca Guadagnino, who is the director of this film. He also directed films like Call Me By Your Name, Bones and All, and even earlier this year with Challengers. And I think he's directing a few other films as well. He's got a film that in production that he's going to be co-producing with Amazon MGM Studios, and I think Imagine Entertainment as well. So Ron Howard and Brian Grazer may be involved with that film as well, because they are the owners of Imagine Entertainment. And recently announced, I think, Luca Guadagnino is doing a modern remake of American Psycho for Lionsgate. And I really enjoyed the original 2000 film with Christian Bale when I watched it a few years ago. I thought it was quite funny, but quite brutal as well, but still one of the funniest films in the horror genre that I've seen. So it'll be interesting to see what direction the remake goes, even though I don't know if it'll be as good as the original. But anyway, Queer is rated 18 because of the content that's in it. I saw this at Cineworld in Castleford on December 16th, 2024 at 1:40 p.m. And I was in screen 12 and I was in row K and seat 5. And some more news on the Cineworld Castleford situation. Even though it's sad that it's closing down, at least there's going to be something that will replace Cineworld in Castleford. A Vue Cinema. The downside is that Vue doesn't have an unlimited card, so if I actually did want to go to Vue in Castleford when it opens or sometime after it opens, then I'd have to pay for it. But otherwise, I would just keep my unlimited card and use it at like a different Cineworld, or maybe join Odeon's Limitless card. Not to be confused with the 2011 film, by the way. This is Odeon's version of an unlimited card. Even though I think I'll probably go to like other Cineworlds more during that time. And speaking of other Cineworlds, here's one that I decided to experiment with. Plus the fact that this film had more convenient screenings there. It's Kraven the Hunter, the most recent film in Sony's like disastrous cinematic universe of Spider-Man characters that has been a little bit disastrous for them critically over the years, with the exception of the Venom films. Those are probably the only ones in that universe that actually did well, and they just ended them this year with Venom: The Last Dance. But then you have films like Morbius, Madam Web, and now Kraven the Hunter. Even though I personally thought Kraven the Hunter wasn't that bad, I certainly enjoyed it more than Madam Web. I haven't seen Morbius yet, though, but I'm not sure whether I'm too bothered about watching it yet. But anyway, I still think Kraven the Hunter is better than, like, Madam Web, even though some people would say otherwise. And this is a film that was released by, obviously, Sony Pictures through the Columbia label. This is one of the last films that seems to be featuring the Columbia Pictures 100 Years logo. Like, I know that Saturday Night, which is the Saturday Night Live 1975 film, has the Columbia 100 Years logo on it, but that was released in the US in like September, and it doesn't come out in the UK until January of 2025. So in terms of UK releases, that will probably be the last one. That will be the last one to feature the Columbia Pictures 100 Years logo at the start and at the end too. But anyway, and the film was also co-produced by Marvel Entertainment as well as TSG Entertainment 2, where it features the same logo that was used in front of the Woman King back in 2022. But anyway, this is the one of those films that got delayed quite a bit, because originally this was going to come out in January 2023, I think. Then it got delayed to October, where the first trailer for this film came out in the summer of 2023. But then due to the strikes of last year, it got delayed by almost a year to August of 2024. And then it got delayed again to now, where it's finally come out after all those delays in December of 2024. This is also the first time I've been to the Cineworld in Wakefield, which I think has been around since 1996. So 7 years before I was born, and like 7 years before the Cineworld in Castleford first opened, which is the cinema that I've been to for most of my life. And I've known it for pretty much all or most of my life as well. Anyway, Kraven the Hunter is rated 15. As I said, I saw this at Cineworld in Castleford. I saw it on December 17th, 2024 at 2:30 p.m. and I was in screen 1 and I was in row J and seat 22. And the final cinema ticket in this update, and the final cinema ticket I've got for this year as a whole, is The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, the anime Lord of the Rings film that is a co-production between Japan and the United States. Because the animation was provided by Solar Entertainment, and some of the other production companies involved with this film included Domain Entertainment, Middle-earth Enterprises, Wingnut Films, the production company of Peter Jackson, in which I think he was an executive producer on this, even though he didn't direct it like he did with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, like with Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. And it was also co-produced by Warner Brothers Animation, not Warner Brothers Pictures Animation, but just Warner Brothers Animation, the one that would usually produce animation for television and direct-to-video, even though it does release a few theatrical films now and again, like with Teen Titans Go to the Movies, The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, and also The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which comes out in the US next year and will be distributed through a company called Ketchup Entertainment, which previously distributed films like Hypnotic and Hellboy the Crooked Man in the United States. And Warner Brothers outsourced to them because, like, Warner Brothers wasn't planning to distribute it in cinemas themselves. Although I don't really know who's planning to release The Day the Earth Blew Up in the UK. Maybe it'll be Warner Brothers, or maybe another studio will pick it up for distribution here, it could be released by like Signature Entertainment or Entertainment Film Distributors, Kaleidoscope, Icon Film Distribution, Vertigo Releasing, or maybe even another major studio will pick it up like Universal or Sony or Paramount. Don't really know though yet. We'll have to see, but they haven't announced anything for the UK yet for The Day the Earth Blew Up. But getting back to who released Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, it was also released. It was distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures through the New Line Cinema label. Considering that at the start it featured the 2024 New Line Cinema logo that is basically almost a remake of their 1994 to 2010 logo. Although with a different font for the New Line Cinema text, enhanced animation, and the Warner Brothers Discovery byline. And at the end, it featured the 2023 closing logo for Warner Brothers Pictures, as it does for the other films that New Line Cinema released with their new logo. And this is pretty much the last Warner Brothers film that I'll be seeing at Cineworld in Castleford under that name, because like the next few releases from Warner Brothers don't come out until like late January, when Cineworld in Castleford will be no more, because with Cineworld in Castleford, as you may remember from last week, I mentioned that it was closing on January 19th, unfortunately. It is just an unfortunate situation for Cineworld, but at least to have the Wakefield one, even though it's a bit further to drive, but at least it's better than nothing. Anyway, the film was rated 12A. I saw this at Cineworld in Castleford on December 18th, 2024 at 8:10 p.m. and I was in screen 12 and I was in row K and seat 12. And now for the biggest and main part of the update, which is The OWV Cinema posters, in which, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I've got 101 to show in this update. Starting with the 2024 4K Blu-ray release of Aliens, the 1986 James Cameron classic, which is also a sequel to Alien from 1979. The release is rated 18 both in the UK and Ireland. Its original release year, as I mentioned, was 1986. Its UK 4K Blu-ray release date was April 22nd, 2024, and its UK 4K Blu-ray distributor is Elevation Sales. And it was released by Elevation Sales, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, 20th Century Studios, and Lightstorm Entertainment. Next one is We Grown Now, Don't Be Afraid to Fly, written and directed by Minhal Baig. 3 Film Independent Spirit Awards nominations, including Best Picture. The film was rated PG by the MPAA, or the MPA as it has been called since 2019. And this is also the first time I've done a poster from the US through OWV Cinema. Its original release year was 2023. Its USA theatrical release date was April 19th, 2024. And its USA theatrical distributor was Sony Pictures Classics. And it was released through Sony Pictures Classics, Stage 6 Films, Symbolic Exchange, and Participant. RIP to them, because they, unfortunately, RIP to them, as they closed down back earlier this year due to the financial difficulties in the film industry. So sad news for them, unfortunately. Anyway, the next poster is The Aviator, a Martin Scorsese picture. Some men dream the future, he built it, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, rated 12A. Its original release year was 2004. Its UK theatrical release date was December 26, 2004, and its UK theatrical distributor was Buena Vista International. And it was released by Miramax International, Warner Brothers Pictures, Initial Entertainment Group, and Intermedia Films /IMF. Next one is Napoleon Dynamite, which is rated PG. Its original release year was 2004. Its UK theatrical release date was December 26, 2004, and its UK theatrical distributor is United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Paramount Pictures, Fox Searchlight Pictures, and MTV Films. Next one is Shaun of the Dead, a romantic comedy with zombies. Ever felt like you were surrounded by zombies? Which is rated 15. Its original release year was 2004. Its UK theatrical release date was April 9th, 2004, and its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Universal Pictures, Studio Canal, and Working Title Films, alongside WT2 Productions and Big Talk Productions. Next one is The Producers, the 2005 musical remake, which stars Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick, Uma Thurman, and Will Ferrell. Rated 12A. As I mentioned, its original release year was 2005. Its UK theatrical release date was December 26, 2005. And its UK theatrical distributor was Sony Pictures Releasing International. And it was released by Sony Pictures Releasing International, Columbia Pictures, Universal Pictures, and Brooks Films, considering that this was produced by Mel Brooks, who was also the director of the original film, the Producers from the 1960s, I think. Next one is Looper, written and directed by Rian Johnson, who you may know as the director of also Star Wars The Last Jedi and Knives Out 1 and 2, I think. Both Knives Out and Glass Onion. And I think he's directing the third Knives Out film, which is called Wake Up Dead Man, which is supposed to come out in, I think it's late next year in 2025. Anyway, this film stars Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Emily Blunt. Face your past. Fight your future. Which is rated 15. Its original release year was 2012. Its UK theatrical release date was September 28th, 2012. And its UK theatrical distributor was Entertainment One. And it was released by Entertainment One, Film Nation Entertainment, Endgame Entertainment, and DMG Entertainment. Next one is The Oranges, Sex, Betrayal, Scandal. Make yourself at home. Starring Hugh Laurie, Catherine Keener, Oliver Platt, Alison Janney, Alia Shawkat, Adam Brody, and Leighton Meester, which is rated 15. Its original release year was 2011. Its UK theatrical release date was December 7th, 2012, and its UK theatrical distributor was Paramount Pictures. And it was released by Paramount Pictures with the print version of their 100 Years logo there, as well as Film Nation Entertainment, Olympus Pictures, and Likely Story. Next one is Mad Max, the original 1979 film with Mel Gibson. The last law in a world gone out of control. Pray that he's out there somewhere. Which is rated X, which was the precursor to the 18 certificate, as I probably mentioned before. Its original release year was 1979, as I already said. Its UK theatrical release date was November 8th, 1979. And its UK theatrical distributor was Columbia EMI Warner Distributors. And it was released by Columbia EMI Warner Distributors and Warner Brothers Pictures. Back then, a Warner Communications company. Next one is Mad Max 2, known in the US as the Road Warrior, also known as Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior. Just one man can make a difference. Rated X and starring Mel Gibson. Its original release year was 1981. Its UK theatrical release date was March 4th, 1982. And its UK theatrical distributor was Columbia EMI Warner Distributors. And it was released by Columbia EMI Warner Distributors, Warner Brothers Pictures, and Kennedy Miller Productions. Next one is Flash Gordon, the 1980 film, which was rated A. Its original release year was 1980. Its UK theatrical release date was December 11th, 1980, and its UK theatrical distributor was Columbia EMI Warner Distributors. And it was released by Columbia EMI Warner Distributors, EMI Films, and Dino De Laurentiis Company, as well as Famous Films. Next one is An American Werewolf in London, from the director of Animal House, who is John Landis. A Different Kind of Animal, a masterpiece of terror, which was rated X. Its original release year was 1981. Its UK theatrical release date was November 12th, 1981, and its UK theatrical distributor was Barber International Films. And it was released by Barber International Films, as well as Polygram Pictures and Lycanthrope Films. Next one is Escape from New York, 1997. New York is a walled maximum security prison. Breaking out is impossible. Breaking in is insane. Starring Kurt Russell and directed by John Carpenter. And rated AA. Its original release year was 1981. Its UK theatrical release date was September 24th, 1981. And its UK theatrical distributor was Barber International Films. And it was released by Barber International Films, Avco Embassy Pictures, and City Films. Next one is Cop Shop, starring Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo. Someone's got to take the hit, which is rated 15. Its original release year was 2021. Its UK theatrical release date was September 10th, 2021. And its UK theatrical distributor was STX Entertainment. And it was released by STX Films, Sculptor Media, Zero Gravity Management, G-Base, Raven Capital Management, and War Party Productions. This is also one of the last films to be released by STX in the UK before they shut down in 2022. I think the last release from STX was Spencer, which was released in November. In November of 2021. It was the Diana Spencer film where she was played by try to remember. Never mind, her name might come back to me at some point. But anyway, might as well just have a look now. Sorry about this. Oh. Kristen Stewart, that's who I was thinking of. Next poster in this update is Dreamer, starring Kurt Russell and Dakota Fanning. Inspired by a true story. Rated U. A must-see movie according to Girl Talk. Its original release year was 2005. Its UK theatrical release date was October 21st, 2005. And its UK theatrical distributor was Entertainment Film Distributors. And it was released by Entertainment Film Distributors, DreamWorks Pictures, and Hyde Park Entertainment. And also Tolan Robbins Productions. Next one is Brokeback Mountain, directed by Ang Lee and starring Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal, Anne Hathaway, and Michelle Williams. Love is a force of nature. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2005. Its UK theatrical release date was January 6, 2006. And its UK theatrical distributor was Entertainment Film Distributors. And it was released by Entertainment Film Distributors, Focus Features, and River Road Entertainment. Stunning. The most important film to come out of America in years. Extraordinary, according to The Guardian. Next one is Bridge to Terabithia. Discover a place that will never leave you, and a friendship that will change you forever. From Walden Media, the people who brought you the Chronicles of Narnia. The beloved novel comes to life. Rated PG. Its original release year was 2007. Its UK theatrical release date was May 4th, 2007. Which I think was the same day that Spider-Man 3 came out in UK cinemas. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution, Summit Entertainment, and, as mentioned before, Walden Media, alongside Hal Lieberman Company and Lauren Levine Productions. Next one is Fahrenheit 9/11 with Michael Moore. Controversy. What controversy? The US number one box office smash. Winner for Best Picture at the 2004 Cannes Film Festival. Rated 15. The film they didn't want you to see is now the film that you have to see. Its original release year was 2004. Its UK theatrical release date was July 9th, 2004. And its UK theatrical distributor was Optimum Releasing. and it was released by Optimum Releasing, Dog Eat Dog Films, and the Fellowship Adventure Group, which is the production company that the Weinsteins formed for the release of this film because it was rejected by Miramax and Disney due to the content of the film. And that's why in the US the distribution was handed over to Lionsgate Films and produced by the Fellowship Adventure Group, which was formed by the Weinsteins for the release of this film. Next one is Fahrenheit 11/9, which is the sequel to Fahrenheit 9/11 that focuses on Donald Trump. Tyrant, liar, racist, a hole in one. From Michael Moore, the Oscar-winning director of Bowling for Columbine. One of the most urgent films ever made. A must-see according to Vulture. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2018. Its UK theatrical release date was October 19th, 2018. And its UK theatrical distributor was Vertigo Releasing. Sorry about that. Anyway. And it was released by Vertigo Releasing, MGM, AGC International, Briarcliff Entertainment, and State Run Films. By the way, I think Briarcliff was the distributor of this film in the United States. They've also picked up many other films that are quite controversial. Some of the ones that come to mind include the upcoming the Jonathan Majors film Magazine Dreams, which was dropped by Disney's Searchlight label in late 2023 because of the controversies surrounding Jonathan Majors. And then sometime this year it was picked up by Briarcliff, who had also recently picked up the Donald Trump biopic The Apprentice, which was turned down by was rejected by other studios and streaming services because of the film's premise and content, and it ultimately got bought out by Briarcliff, who are more lenient on the films that they release. Next one is the notorious Betty Page, the first performance by an actress this year that deserves serious Oscar consideration, according to Peter Travers from Rolling Stone. Good girl, bad girl, sinner, saint, who is the notorious Betty Page, the pin-up sensation that shocked a nation. Rated 18. Its original release year was 2005. Its UK theatrical release date was August 4th, 2006. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution, Picture House Films, HBO Films, and Killer Films. Next one is One for the Road, a film by Chris Cook. The Full Monty Meets The Office, a hilarious black comedy about life at the bottom of a pint glass. You'll laugh till your liver curls up, and 4 stars according to FHM. Rated 18. Its original release year was 2003. Its UK theatrical release date was July 2nd, 2004, the same day that Shrek 2 came out in UK cinemas. And its UK theatrical distributor was Tartan Films. And it was released by Tartan Films, EMMI, UK Film Council, and Film 4 Productions, alongside One for the Road Films and Strange Dog and Intermedia Films. Next one is Super Size Me, a film by Morgan Spurlock, a film of epic portions. This is the one that revolves around the guy that eats nothing but McDonald's for an amount of time. Nothing but stuff from McDonald's, I mean. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2004. Its UK theatrical release date was September 10th, 2004. And its UK theatrical distributor was Tartan Films. And it was released by Tartan Films, Fortissimo Films, The Con, and UK Film Council, funded by the lottery. Next one is The Good Thief, starring Nick Nolte, a Neil Jordan film, from the award-winning director of The Crying Game, Interview with the Vampire, and The End of the Affair. An absolute winner, exuberant, sexy, hugely enjoyable, with a truly superb performance from Nick Nolte, according to Total Film. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2002. Its UK theatrical release date was March 7th, 2003, and its UK theatrical distributor was Momentum Pictures. And it was released by Momentum Pictures, Alliance Atlantis, and it was released in the US by Fox Searchlight Pictures. Next one is Blackball, At Last, a sportsman the British can be proud of, which is rated 15. Its original release year was 2003. Its UK theatrical release date was September 5th, 2003, and its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution alongside the Isle of Man Film Commission. Next one, and this is also a film directed by Mel Smith. Next one is Alien Romulus, the UK theatrical release, rated 15, from Fede Alvarez, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the director of Don't Breathe and Evil Dead, and producer Ridley Scott. And it's also from producer Ridley Scott, as for I think all the other Alien films. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK theatrical release date was August 16th, 2024. And its UK theatrical distributor was Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. And again, it was rated 15. And it was released by 20th Century Studios, TSG Entertainment, Scott Free Productions, and Brandywine Productions. Next one is the UK DVD release of Alien Romulus, rated 15, both in the UK and Ireland. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK DVD release date was December 2nd, 2024, and its UK DVD distributor is Elevation Sales. And it was released by Elevation Sales, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, 20th Century Studios, TSG Entertainment, Scott Free Productions, and Brandywine Productions. Next one is the Blu-ray release of Alien Romulus, or the UK Blu-ray release of Alien Romulus. Again, rated 15, both in the UK and Ireland. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK Blu-ray release date was December 2nd, 2024. And its UK Blu-ray distributor is Elevation Sales. And it was released by Elevation Sales, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, 20th Century Studios, TSG Entertainment, Scott Free Productions, and Brandywine Productions. Next one is the UK 4K Blu-ray release of Alien Romulus. Again, rated 15, both in the UK and Ireland. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK 4K Blu-ray release date was December 2nd, 2024. And its UK 4K Blu-ray distributor is Elevation Sales. And it was released by Elevation Sales, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, 20th Century Studios, TSG Entertainment, Scott Free Productions, and Brandywine Productions. And with all the Alien Romulus stuff out of the way, next one is An American Werewolf in Paris, with Tom Everett Scott and Julie Delpy. An Anthony Waller film. Things are getting a bit hairy. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1997. Its UK theatrical release date was Halloween 9. Its original release year was 1997. Its UK theatrical release date was October 31st, 1997, so Halloween 1997, which is quite fitting for this film. And its UK theatrical distributor was Entertainment Film Distributors. And it was released by Entertainment Film Distributors, J&M Entertainment, and Comet Stone Pictures. Next one is Escape from LA, the sequel to Escape from New York, just like American Werewolf in Paris, I think is the sequel to American Werewolf in London. Escape from LA is again directed by John Carpenter and again stars Kurt Russell. In 2013, nobody gets out of LA alive until now, which is rated 15. Its original release year was 1996. Pardon me. Its UK theatrical release date was September 20th, 1996. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Paramount Pictures, Risher Entertainment, and Deborah Hill Productions. Next one is King of New York, starring Christopher Walken. Not everyone who runs a city is elected. Rated 18. Its original release year was 1990. Its UK theatrical release date was June 21st, 1991. And its UK theatrical distributor was Rank Film Distributors. And it was released by Rank Film Distributors, New Line Cinema, and Seven Arts Pictures, which was a joint venture in the late 80s, early 90s between New Line Cinema and Coralco Pictures. Next one is Whale Rider, a film by Nicky Caro, based on the novel by Witty Ihimera. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure though. Rated PG. Its original release year was 2002. Its UK theatrical release date was July 11th, 2003. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution alongside South Pacific Pictures, Apollo Media, Pandora Film, the New Zealand Film Production Fund, New Zealand Film Commission, and New Zealand On Air, or NZ On Air for short. Next one is Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, with Mel Gibson and Tina Turner. A lone warrior searching for his destiny. A tribe of lost children waiting for a hero. In a world battling to survive, they meet a woman determined to rule. Hold out for Mad Max. This is his greatest adventure. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1985. Its UK theatrical release date was October 18th, 1985, and its UK theatrical distributor was Columbia EMI Warner Distributors. And it was released by Columbia EMI Warner Distributors, Warner Brothers Pictures, and Kennedy Miller Productions. Next one is Mad Max Fury Road, from Mastermind George Miller with Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. The Future Belongs to the Mad. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2015. Its UK theatrical release date was May 14th, 2015. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, Kennedy Miller Mitchell, and Rat Pack Entertainment. And next one is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, which I showed the 4K Blu-ray of earlier in this update. So this is one of those updates where I have a film on two media formats, like on physical media and as a poster. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK theatrical release date was May 24th, 2024. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Domain Entertainment, Kennedy Miller Mitchell, and Village Roadshow Pictures. Even though their logo doesn't appear on the film, it appears on the teaser trailer and is uncredited according to IMDb on the film. Next one is Filth, from the creator of Trainspotting, starring James McAvoy, Jamie Bell, and Jim Broadbent. And rated 18. Its original release year was 2013. Its UK theatrical release date was October 4th, 2013, and its UK theatrical distributor was Lionsgate International. And it was released by Lionsgate Films, Creative Scotland, funded by the National Lottery, Mollywood, Altitude Filmed Entertainment, Sierra Affinity, Steel Mill Pictures, Maven Pictures, Logi Pictures, Filmhouse Germany AG, Igoli Tossel Film, Pinewood Studio Berlin, Filmgate Films, Filmy Vast, Entretien A Loop, I think, and there. Next one is Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, starring Will Ferrell. Fast Cars, Foxy Ladies, Two of the Planet's Funniest Men. It's the most brilliantly daft comedy since Dodgeball. 5 stars according to Zoo. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2006. Its UK theatrical release date was September 15th, 2006. And its UK theatrical distributor was Sony Pictures Releasing International. And it was released by Sony Pictures Releasing International, Columbia Pictures, Relativity Media, Apatow Productions, and Mosaic Media Group. And directed by Adam McKay. Next one is The Breakfast Club, the John Hughes classic, featuring the hit single Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds, which I think was heard at the start and the end of the film. Anyway, they only met once, but it changed their lives forever. They were 5 total strangers with nothing in common, meeting for the first time. An athlete, a brain, a beauty, a rebel, and a recluse. Before the day was over, they broke the rules, bared their souls, and touched each other in a way they never dreamed possible. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1985. Its UK theatrical release date was June 7th, 1985. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Universal Pictures, A&M Films, and Channel Productions. Next one is Two Brothers, 2 infant tiger cubs, separated from their parents and each other. The acclaimed director of The Bear, the, I think, 1989 film, invites you to share their unforgettable journey home. Rated U. Its original release year was 2004. Its UK theatrical release date was July 23rd, 2004, which was the same day that Before Sunrise and the 2004 live-action Thunderbirds film came out, the one that stars Bill Paxton. And its UK theatrical distributor was Pathé. And I'm talking about Two Brothers here. And it was released by Pathé, and in the US, I think it was released by... In the US, it was released by Universal Pictures. Next one is 12 Years a Slave, a film by Steve McQueen. The extraordinary true story of Solomon Northup. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2013. Its UK theatrical release date was January 10th, 2014. And it was distributed in the UK by Entertainment One and in North America, and I think in the US it was released by Fox Searchlight Pictures. And in the UK it was released by Entertainment One, Summit Entertainment, which was a Lionsgate company, Regency Enterprises, Film 4 Productions, River Road Entertainment, and Plan B Entertainment. Next one is 47 Ronin, starring Keanu Reeves, which is rated 12A. Its original release year was 2013. Its UK theatrical release date was December 26th, 2013. And its UK theatrical distributor was Universal Pictures. And it was released by Universal Pictures and Relativity Media. Next one is Drive, starring Ryan Gosling. A blood-pumping thrill ride of a movie, according to the Times. Best Director at Festival de Cannes. A film by Nicholas Winding Refn. Get in, get out, get away. Rated 18. Its original release year was 2011. Its UK theatrical release date was September 23rd, 2011. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution alongside Sierra Affinity. Now, in the US, this film was distributed by Film District. So in the UK release, when it comes to the Sierra Affinity logo, it plasters over the Film District logo so much that it even has the music from that logo playing over the Sierra Affinity logo, which is slowed down to match the length of the Film District logo and its music. And it was also released by Bold Films, Odd Lot Entertainment, Motel Movies, and Mark Platt Productions. Next one is Furry Vengeance with Brendan Fraser. The Animals Strike Back. Rated PG. Its original release year was 2010. Its UK theatrical release date was May 7th, 2010. And its UK theatrical distributor was E1 Entertainment, later referred to as Entertainment One. And it was released by Entertainment One, Summit Entertainment, Participant Media, and Image Nation Abu Dhabi, in association with Robert Simmons Productions. I think this is the only time that, probably one of the only times that Participant Media created a family comedy, since most of their films were social justice based films. And whenever they would release a U or PG rated film that's more family oriented, it's usually based around social justice or something like that. Not just silly comedy like this film was. Next one is Ronin with Robert De Niro, Jean Reno, Natasha McElhone, Stellan Skarsgård, Sean Bean, and Jonathan Pryce. Anyone is an enemy for a price. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1998. Its UK theatrical release date was November 20th, 1998. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, United Artists and MGM Company, and FGM Entertainment. And this was released by United International Pictures because back then they would release MGM and United Artists films theatrically in the UK until like 2001 when 20th Century Fox's international division took over. Next one is Solaris, the 2002 remake starring George Clooney. The finest and certainly the most stylish sci-fi film in years. Clooney and McElhone are both enormously impressive, because this also stars Natasha McElhone as well as Jeremy Davies, Viola Davis, and Ulrich Tukur. And that statement earlier was according to Jeff Andrews of Time Out magazine. From Academy Award winners James Cameron and Steven Soderbergh, because it was written and directed by Steven Soderbergh and produced by James Cameron, and rated 12A. Its original release year was 2002. Its UK theatrical release date was February 28th, 2003, and its UK theatrical distributor was 20th Century Fox. And it was released by 20th Century Fox and Lightstorm Entertainment. What is the mystery of Solaris? You decide. February 28th. Next one is The Beaver, starring Mel Gibson. Hello, this person is under the care of a prescription puppet. Please, treat him as you normally would, but address yourself to the Beaver. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2011. Its UK theatrical release date was June 17th, 2011, and its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution, Summit Entertainment, Participant Media, Anonymous Content, and Image Nation Abu Dhabi. Next one is Waiting for Superman. And I bet by now we're all waiting for Superman after seeing that teaser trailer. It's really good. But it doesn't come out until July 11th, I think, in 2025. So we'll truly see if DC ends up recovering and stuff from the DCEU when James Gunn's new DCU starts with Superman in July 2025. I mean, technically it started with the Creature Commando series on Max, but in terms of films, Superman, or as it was previously called, Superman Legacy, is going to be the true determination of that. Anyway, Waiting for Superman is from the director of An Inconvenient Truth. The fate of our country won't be decided on a battlefield. It will be determined in a classroom. Rated PG. Its original release year was 2010. Its UK theatrical release date was November 26, 2010. And its UK theatrical distributor was Paramount Pictures. And it was released by Paramount Pictures, Paramount Vantage, Participant Media, and Walden Media. Next one is Sleepy Hollow, directed by Tim Burton and starring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci, however her last name's pronounced. Heads Will Roll. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1999. Its UK theatrical release date was January 7th, 2000. And its UK theatrical distributor was Pathé. Meanwhile, it was released in the US by Paramount Pictures. And it was released in the UK by Pathé, Mandalay Pictures, Scott Rudin Productions, and American Zoetrope. Considering that this is executive produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Next one is The Score, with Robert De Niro, Edward Norton, Angela Bassett, and Marlon Brando. There Are No Partners in Crime. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2001. Its UK theatrical release date was September 28th, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was Pathé. And it was released by Pathé and Mandalay Pictures, alongside CP Media, MP Management, Horseshoe Bay Productions, and Lee Rich Productions. And it was released in America, and it was released in the US by Paramount Pictures. And it's directed by Frank Oz as well. Next one is Love's Labour's Lost. Tears, laughter, love, and romance. Let's face the music and dance. Starring Kenneth Branagh, Nathan Lane, Adrian Lester, Matthew Lillard, Natasha McElhone, Alessandro Nivola, Alicia Silverstone, and Timothy Spall. Rated U. Its original release year was 2000. Its UK theatrical release date was March 31st, 2000. And its UK theatrical distributor was Pathé. And it was released by Pathé, Intermedia Films, the Shakespeare Film Company, and the Arts Council of England, Le Studio Canal Plus, and it was released in America by Miramax Films. Hence why it was executive produced by the Weinsteins. Next one is Enemy at the Gates. A single bullet can change history. Starring Jude Law, Joseph Fiennes, Rachel Weisz, Bob Hoskins, and Ed Harris. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2001. Its UK theatrical release date was March 16th, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was Pathé. And it was released by Pathé, Mandalay Pictures, KC Media, MP Film Management, Repe Raj Productions, and released in the US by Paramount Pictures. Next one is Enemy of the State, starring Will Smith and Gene Hackman. It's not paranoia if they're really after you. Rated 15. A Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer production, a film by Tony Scott. Its original release year was 1998. Its UK theatrical release date was December 26, 1998. And its UK theatrical distributor was Buena Vista International. And it was released by Touchstone Pictures, Jerry Bruckheimer Films, and Scott Free Productions. Next one is We Were Soldiers, starring Mel Gibson. Father, husband, brother. No man is just a soldier. Based on a true story. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2002. Its UK theatrical release date was March 8th, 2002. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Wheelhouse Entertainment alongside Icon Productions and Paramount Pictures. In which this was the first This was the first film to feature the 90th anniversary Paramount logo that was introduced in 2002 on this film, and was the start of the 2002 to 2011, I think, Paramount Pictures logo. Next one is Kneecap, Mind Your Language. British advisory, Irish language. Starring Moglai Bap, Mo Chara, DJ Provi, I think that's how it's pronounced, and Michael Fassbender. Rated 18. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK theatrical release date was August 23rd, 2024. And its UK theatrical distributor was Curzon Film. And it was released by Curzon Film. It says that obviously because it mentions it twice. Once there and once there. And it was also produced by Charades, Wildcard Distribution, Great Point Media, Northern Ireland Screen, the BFI alongside the National Lottery Fund, Screen Ireland alongside other companies like TG4, Irish Language Broadcast Fund, Screen Fund, DMC Film, Fine Point Films, Mother Tongues Films, Naughty Step Films, and Komson Namin. I think that's how you pronounce him. A film by Rich Pepiat. Next one is Nobody's Fool, the 1994 film with Paul Newman. 2 Academy Award nominations. Best Actor for Paul Newman and Best Screenplay. The winner for Silver Bear Award for Best Actor from Berlin Film Festival. In a town where nothing ever happens. Everything is about to happen to Sully. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1994. Its UK theatrical release date was March 24th, 1995. And its UK theatrical distributor was 20th Century Fox. And it was released by 20th Century Fox, Capella International, Scott Rudin Productions, Cinehouse Films, and it was released in the US by Paramount Pictures. Hence why it's credited over there. Next one is Nobody's Fool, the 2018 film with Tika Sumpter and Tiffany Haddish. She shows up, everything blows up. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2018. Its UK theatrical release date was November 23rd, 2018, and its UK theatrical distributor was Paramount Pictures. And it was released by Paramount Pictures, BET Films, Tyler Perry Studios, and Paramount Players. And this was also the first film to be released under the Paramount Players label, which I've found that it isn't being used that much nowadays as it was pre-pandemic, because they released a few films theatrically under the Paramount Players label between 2018 and 2019. Namely, Nobody's Fool, but also What Men Want, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, Playing with Fire, and even the Netflix original film Eli. Speaking of What Men Want, that's the next poster for the UK theatrical release, starring Taraji P. Henson and Tracy Morgan. She can hear men's thoughts. Let the games begin. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2019. Its UK theatrical release date was March 15th, 2019, and its UK theatrical distributor is Paramount Pictures. And it was released by Paramount Pictures, Paramount Players, BET Films, and Will Packer Productions. Next one is the UK DVD release of Nobody's Fool, which apparently also stars Omari Hardwick and Whoopi Goldberg. Smart, sexy, and completely hilarious, according to Andrew Freund of Dish Nation on Fox TV. Rated 15 both in the UK and Ireland. Its original release year was 2018. Its UK DVD release date was March 18th, 2019. And its UK DVD distributor is Universal Pictures Home Entertainment, in which it was released by Paramount Home Entertainment, Paramount Pictures, Paramount Players, Tyler Perry Studios, and BET Films. Next one is the UK DVD release of What Men Want. 4 stars according to Kevin Maher of The Times. A roaring hit according to metro.co.uk. Rated 15 both in the UK and Ireland. Its original release year was 2019. Its UK DVD release date was July 22nd, 2019. And its UK DVD distributor is Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. And it was released by Paramount Home Entertainment, Paramount Pictures, Paramount Players, BET Films, and Will Packer Productions. Next one is What Women Want. This is the original version that was later changed into the gender-swapped What Men Want. This one stars Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt. Have you ever wondered? A film by Nancy Meyers. I think it's Nancy Meyers. Rated 12. Its original release year was 2000. Its UK theatrical release date was February 2nd, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Productions, Paramount Pictures, and Wind Dancer Films. Next one is Bless the Child, with Kim Basinger, not Bazinga, but Basinger, Jimmy Smits, Rufus Sewell, I think it's Rufus Sewell, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and Christina Ricci, or Christina Ricci, as I mentioned before. Fear the darkness, fight the evil. Bless the Child. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2000. Its UK theatrical release date was January 5th, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Productions, Paramount Pictures, and Mace Neufeld Productions. Next one is Braveheart with Mel Gibson and Sophie Marceau. His passion captivated a woman. His courage inspired a country. His heart defied a king. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1995. Its UK theatrical release date was September 8th, 1995. And its UK theatrical distributor was 20th Century Fox. And it was released by 20th Century Fox, Icon Productions, The Lad Company, and it was released in North America by Paramount Pictures. Next one is First Night, with Sean Connery, Richard Gere, and Julia Ormond. Their greatest battle would be for her love. Rated PG. Its original release year was 1995. Its UK theatrical release date was July 7th, 1995. And its UK theatrical distributor was Columbia TriStar Film Distributors International. And it was released by Columbia Pictures and Zucker Brothers Productions. Next one is Dom Hemingway, starring Jude Law, Richard E. Grant, Demian Bichir, and Emilia Clarke, from the producer of Sexy Beast. I want my money plus interest and a present. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2013. Its UK theatrical release date was November 15th, 2013, and its UK theatrical distributor was Lionsgate International. And it was released by Lionsgate Films, Recorded Picture Company, BBC Films, Isle of Man Film, Ingenious Media, Pinewood Pictures, and Hanway Films. Back on the streets and straight into trouble. Next poster, speaking of Sexy Beast, I've got it right here. Starring Ray Winston, Ben Kingsley, and Ian McShane. Truly original according to Empire. Sometimes it's hard to say no. Rated 18. Its original release year was 2000. Its UK theatrical release date was January 12th, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was Film 4 Distributors. And it was released by Film 4 Productions, Recorded Picture Company, Kanzerman SA, Jeremy Thomas Productions, Jonathan Glazer Films, and Fox Searchlight Pictures, who released it in North America. Next one is T2 Trainspotting, which is rated 18. Its original release year was 2017. Its UK theatrical release date was January 27th, 2017. So it would have been one of the last films released through the Imaginary Nottingham Cinema that I mentioned in the last update. And its UK theatrical distributor is Sony Pictures Releasing International. And it was released by Sony Pictures Releasing International, TriStar Pictures, Sony, DNA Films, Decibel Films, Cloud 8 Films, Creative Scotland through the National Lottery Fund, and Film 4 Productions, even though I forgot to put their logo on the poster. Sorry about that. Never mind. Next one is The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, directed by David Fincher and starring Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett, and rated 12A. Its original release year was 2008. Its UK theatrical release date was February 6, 2009, and its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Paramount Pictures, and the Kennedy Marshall Company. Next one is Trainspotting, the original 1996 film. From the makers of Shallow Grave, and specifically the director of Shallow Grave, Danny Boyle. Hollywood, come in. Your time is up. Trainspotting is here, and it's toe-curlingly good. 5 stars, according to Empire. Number 1, Begbie. Number 2, Diane. Number 3, Sick Boy. Number 4, Spud. Not to be confused with the Scarecrow from Bob the Builder. And 5, Renton. And rated 18. Its original release year was 1996. Its UK theatrical release date was February 23rd, 1996. And its UK theatrical distributor was Polygram Filmed Entertainment. And it was released by Polygram Filmed Entertainment alongside Figment Films, the Noel Gay Motion Picture Company, and Channel 4 Films. Next one is Watchmen, from the visionary director of 300, which is Zack Snyder, and is rated 18. Its original release year was 2009. Its UK theatrical release date was March 6, 2009, and its UK theatrical distributor was Paramount Pictures. And it was released by Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers Pictures, Legendary Pictures, DC Comics, Lawrence Gordon Productions, and Lloyd Levin Productions. Next one is Barbed Wire, starring Pamela Anderson Lee. Don't Call Me Babe, from the producers of The Mask. In a world gone to hell, even angels carry guns, which is rated 15. Its original release year was 1996. Its UK theatrical release date was May 3rd, 1996, and its UK theatrical distributor was Polygram Filmed Entertainment. And it was released by Polygram Filmed Entertainment, Propaganda Films, and Dark Horse Entertainment. Next one is Shallow Grave, which, as I mentioned previously, was directed by Danny Boyle. The first unmissable film of the year has arrived. 5 stars according to Empire. Truly astounding. Superbly sustaining tension until the last startling frame, according to Vox. Not Fox, but Vox magazine. Gripping. The most thrilling, chilling film since Silence of the Lambs, according to Daily Mail. What's a Little Murder Between Friends? Rated 18. Its original release year was 1994. Its UK theatrical release date was January 6, 1995. The same day that Wes Craven's New Nightmare came out in UK cinemas, which was also released by this film's UK theatrical distributor, Rank Film Distributors. Must have been a lot of work them putting out 2 films on the same day back then. I mean, it's easier nowadays, but back then it must have been a little bit more difficult. And it was released by Rank Film Distributors, Polygram Filmed Entertainment, Channel 4 Films, the Glasgow Film Fund, and Figment Films. Next one, speaking of 300 and speaking of Zack Snyder, here it is, 300. Inspired by graphic novelist Frank Miller and directed by Zack Snyder, as I just mentioned. And rated 15. Original release year was 2006. Its UK theatrical release date was March 23rd, 2007. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Legendary Pictures, Virtual Studios, The Canton Company, Gianni Nonari Productions, Atmosphere Pictures MM, and Hollywood Gang. Next one is 300, Rise of an Empire, the sequel to 300. From producer Zack Snyder and the director of 300 and Man of Steel, which was also Zack Snyder. And rated 15. See it in 3D and also in 2D. Its original release year was 2014. Its UK theatrical release date was March 7th, 2014. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Legendary Pictures, The Canton Company, Gianni Nonari Productions, Atmosphere Pictures MM, Hollywood Gang, and Cruel and Unusual Films. The production company that belongs to Zack Snyder, which is now referred to as the Stone Quarry. Next one is V for Vendetta, starring Natalie Portman and Hugo Weaving. Freedom Forever. An uncompromising vision of the future from the creators of the Matrix trilogy, which are the Wachowskis, and also Joel Silver. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2005. Its UK theatrical release date was March 17th, 2006. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Virtual Studios, Silver Pictures, Vertigo Comics and DC Comics, and Anarcho's Productions. Next one, speaking of the Matrix trilogy, here's the first one, The Matrix, Believe the Unbelievable, starring Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, alongside Carrie-Anne Moss, Hugo Weaving, and Joe Pantoliano. And rated 15. Its original release year was 1999. Its UK theatrical release date was June 11th, 1999. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, Silver Pictures, 3 Arts Productions, and Groucho 2 Film Partnership. Next one is The Matrix Reloaded, rated 15. Its original release year was 2003. Its UK theatrical release date was May 21st, 2003, and its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, and Silver Pictures. Next one is The Matrix Revolutions. Everything that has a beginning has an end, or so we thought. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2003. And the reason I said also we thought is because of the 4th Matrix film that ended up coming out many years later. Its UK theatrical release date was November 5th, 2003. As I probably mentioned, its original release year was 2003 as well. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, and Silver Pictures. And concluding the Matrix franchise so far, because there might be a fifth one in development, as I've been hearing rumblings about, is The Matrix 4, otherwise or properly known as The Matrix Resurrections, starring Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss. Keanu Reeves as Neo, looking more like John Wick there, because that's what Keanu Reeves is most recognised as nowadays, especially with the mustache and beard. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2021. Its UK theatrical release date was December 22nd, 2021. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, and Venus Castina Productions. Return to the source. You could also experience it in IMAX. Next one is Dune Part 1, directed by Denis Villeneuve, with an all-star cast. Let me just have my drink first. Starring Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Zendaya, Chang Chen, Sharon Duncan Brewster, Charlotte Rampling, with Jason Momoa and Javier Bardem. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2021. Its UK theatrical release date was October 21st, 2021. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures and Legendary Pictures and Villeneuve Films. Next one is Dune Part 2, starring Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Dave Bautista, Christopher Walken, Léa Seydoux, however you pronounce it, Sohaila Yacob, Stellan Skarsgård, Charlotte Rampling, and Javier Bardem. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK theatrical release date was March 1st, 2024, and its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Legendary Pictures, and Villeneuve Films, considering that this is directed, once again, by Denis Villeneuve. Next one is Godzilla, the 1998 film directed by Roland Emmerich. From the creators of Independence Day, Size Does Matter, rated PG. Its original release year was 1998. Its UK theatrical release date was July 17th, 1998, and its UK theatrical distributor was Columbia TriStar Film Distributors International. And it was released by TriStar Pictures, Centropolis Entertainment, Fried Films, and Independent Pictures. Next one is King Kong, the 1976 film, the most exciting original motion picture event of all time, which was rated A. Its original release year was 1976. Its UK theatrical release date was December 26, 1976, and its UK theatrical distributor was EMI Film Distributors. And it was released by EMI Film Distributors and Dino De Laurentiis Company. Next one is King Kong, the 2005 Peter Jackson film, which is the film that he directed after the Lord of the Rings trilogy. As it says there, from the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Peter Jackson. Starring Naomi Watts, Jack Black, and Adrian Brody. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2005. Its UK theatrical release date was December 15th, 2005. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. and it was released by United International Pictures, Universal Pictures, and Wingnut Films. Next one is The Sea Wolves, The Last Charge of the Calcutta Light Horse. This film is dedicated to the last honorary colonel of the Calcutta Light Horse, Admiral of the Fleet, the Earl Mountbatten of Burma, KG. Rated A. Its original release year was 1980. Its UK theatrical release date was August 8th, 1980. And its UK theatrical distributor was Rank Film Distributors. And it also stars Gregory Peck, Roger Moore, and David Niven, with Trevor Howard, Barbara Kellerman, and Patrick McNee. And it was released by Rank Film Distributors alongside Ewan Lloyd Productions and Lorimar Pictures. Next one is Godzilla, the 2014 film, the one that started the Monsterverse, starring Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Ken Watanabe, Elizabeth Olsen, Juliette Binoche, Sally Hawkins, with David Strathairn and Bryan Cranston. Rated 12A. And directed by Gareth Edwards, who would later go on to direct films like Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and then he also directed The Creator, and I think he's also directing Jurassic World Rebirth as well, which is due to come out in the summer of next year. I think it's in July, like around the time that Superman comes out. I think it's probably the week before. I think it's the week before or something. Anyway, the original release year for Godzilla was 2014. Its UK theatrical release date was May 15th, 2014. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures and Legendary Pictures. Next one is Godzilla King of the Monsters, Prepare for Battle, which is rated 12A. Its original release year was 2019. Its UK theatrical release date was May 29th, 2019. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Legendary Pictures, and Toho. And you could also experience it in IMAX or Real D 3D. Next one is Godzilla Minus One, which was rated 12A. This is the prequel to the original 1960s or 1950s, I think, Godzilla film that was originally produced by Toho. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2023. Its UK theatrical release date was December 15th, 2023, and its UK theatrical distributor was All the Anime. And it was released by All the Anime and Toho. And I think this was the first time that All the Anime released a live-action film, because they're mainly a specialist in releasing animated films, or specifically anime films from Japan, even though they have kind of been branching out a little bit more in recent years. Next one is Godzilla vs. Kong, which was rated 12. Its original release year was 2021. Its UK video on demand release date was April 1st, 2021, because this was a film that was part of Project Popcorn, which was the theatrical and HBO Max deal that was done in the United States for Warner Brothers Films in 2021, which included this film alongside stuff like The Little Things, Judas and the Black Messiah, Tom and Jerry, Mortal Kombat, Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, In the Heights, Space Jam: A New Legacy, The Suicide Squad, Reminiscence, Malignant, Dune, The Many Saints of Newark, as well as King Richard, Cry Macho, and The Matrix Resurrections, to name a few. And considering we were still in lockdown back in April of 2021, Warner Brothers pretty much had no choice but to release it on video on demand. Although they did give it a theatrical release in this when cinemas reopened back up, and it was one of the first films that I saw at the cinema after lockdown that year. And its UK video on demand distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was rated 12 on video on demand, but 12A was the rating it was given as part of theatrical, so either rating could apply, but I ended up putting 12A rating there, even though I probably could have just put the 12 rating there, but never mind. Anyway, the film was released by Warner Brothers Pictures and Legendary Pictures. Next, and One Will Fall is the tagline of the film. Next one is the most recent film in the Monsterverse, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, which is rated 12A. Rise Together or Fall Alone. Original release year 2024. UK theatrical release date was March 29th, 2024. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, and being one of the last films to feature the 2019 pentagram shield as part of the print logo, before they switched it to the Warner Brothers Discovery shield with the banner around it. And it was also co-produced by Legendary Pictures, of course. See it in Real D 3D, and it was filmed for IMAX. Next one is Kong Skull Island, from the producers of Godzilla, starring Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, John Goodman, Brie Larson, Jing Tian, John Ortiz, with Terry Notary and John C. Reilly. All hail the king of King Kong, or Kong. Rated 12A. Its original release year was 2017. Its UK theatrical release date was March 9th, 2017, and its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Legendary Pictures, and Tencent Pictures. This is one of two films that Tencent Pictures financed for Warner Brothers. The other one was Wonder Woman, which was released in the same year, 2017. But most of the films that Tencent co-financed during the late 2010s, early 2020s, early 2020s, were films released by either Paramount Pictures or Sony Pictures. Next one is Heretic, which stars Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher, and Chloe East. Question Everything, rated 15. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK theatrical release date was October 31st, 2024, or Halloween 2024, which kind of fits considering that this is a horror adjacent film. And its UK theatrical distributor was Entertainment Film Distributors. And it was released by Entertainment Film Distributors, A24 Films, Beck and Woods, Shiny Penny Productions, and Catchlight Studios. And it was written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who also did A Quiet Place in 65. Next one is The Substance. This was one of the most talked about films in the autumn of this year, shortly after the Cannes Film Festival, where it was nominated for Best Screenplay. A fearless takedown of absurd beauty standards, according to Screen Rant. An instant body horror classic, according to David Fear of Rolling Stone. A film by Coralie Fargeet, and starring Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid. Rated 18 because of the content in this film. Its original release year was 2024. Its UK theatrical release date was September 20th, 2024, and its UK theatrical distributor was Mubi. And it was released by Mubi alongside The Match Factory and Blacksmith Films and Working Title Films. Speaking of Working Title, they This film was originally set up at Universal Pictures for distribution. However, they later on rejected it, and that's how Mubi got the worldwide, pretty much, distribution rights to this film. Not just internationally, but even in America, they released the film. Next one is The Haunted Mansion, the 2003 film with Eddie Murphy. Come on in, it's a scream. Rated PG. Its original release year was 2003. Its UK theatrical release date was February 13th, 2004, the same day that films like Tooth and Looney Tunes Back in Action came out in the UK. And its UK theatrical distributor was Buena Vista International. And it was released by Walt Disney Pictures. To whom it may concern, find the bat, a ticking clock. If you want to go in, there's a knocker to knock. Speaking of The Haunted Mansion, here's the poster for the 2023 film, which is simply called Haunted Mansion. This one has a bit of an all-star cast with actors like Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, and Rosario Dawson. Rated 12A, though. Because the standards for films are different nowadays to how they were back in 2003, 2004. Or even back as far back as the 80s and 90s. Or even as far back as the 80s and 90s. Its original release year was 2023, as I just mentioned. Its UK theatrical release date was August 11th, 2023. And its UK theatrical distributor was Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. And it was released by Walt Disney Pictures, in which I've, again, included the on-screen logo for Disney's 100th anniversary Disney 100 logo there. And it was also co-produced by Rideback, the production company of Dan Lin, who was an executive producer on this film. Next one is 12 Strong, from Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer of Black Hawk Down. On September 11th, 2001, the world watched in terror. On September 12th, 2001, they volunteered to fight. Starring Chris Hemsworth, Michael Shannon, Michael Pena, and Trevante Rhodes. The declassified true story of the Horse Soldiers, in which Horse Soldiers is what this film was originally going to be called, but later on they changed the name to 12 Strong. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2018. Its UK theatrical release date was January 26, 2018. And its UK theatrical distributor was Entertainment Film Distributors. And it was released by Entertainment Film Distributors, Lionsgate, Alcon Entertainment, Black Label Media, and Jerry Bruckheimer Films, and Torridon Films, and it was released in the US by Warner Brothers Pictures, as were most of the Alcon Entertainment films back then. Next one is All the Money in the World. 3 Golden Globe nominations: Best Director for Ridley Scott, Best Actress for Michelle Williams, and Best Supporting Actor for Christopher Plummer. One of Ridley Scott's best films, 4 stars according to Kevin Maher of The Times. Thrilling ride, 4 stars according to James Luxford of Metro Magazine. Exceptional, 5 stars according to Chris Honeysett of Daily Mirror. 4 stars according to Robbie Collin of Daily Telegraph, as well as Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian and Ryan Lambie of Den of Geek. Truly magnificent, 4 stars according to Stefan Pape of Hey You Guys. And 4 stars as well according to Nick D. Semlian of Empire Magazine and Kevin Harley of Total Film Magazine. J. Paul Getty had the fortune, everyone else paid the price. Inspired by true events. And it stars Michelle Williams, Christopher Plummer, and Mark Wahlberg. Originally, this film was going to star Kevin Spacey, but due to the hashtag #MeToo related to Kevin Spacey that was going around at the time, they had to do extensive reshoots, which replaced his character with Christopher Plummer. And it was rated 15. Its original release year was 2017. Its UK theatrical release date was January 5th, 2018. And its UK theatrical distributor was Sony Pictures Releasing International. And it was released by Sony Pictures Releasing International, TriStar Pictures, Sony, Imperative Entertainment, Scott Free Productions, Red Rum Films, and it was released in some international territories by STX International. But that didn't apply to the UK and Ireland, where it was released by Sony Pictures, just like it was in North America. Next one is House on Haunted Hill, the 1999 remake. Evil loves to party. 5 strangers have the chance to make $1,000 each. No, $1 million each. All they have to do is make it through the night alive. Rated 18. Its original release year was 1999. Its UK theatrical release date was February 4th, 2000. And its UK theatrical distributor was Warner Brothers Pictures. And it was released by Warner Brothers Pictures, Dark Castle Entertainment, in which it was the first film to be released under that company, which was back then the more horror-oriented division of Silver Pictures, although later on it would diversify into making more types of films. And it was also co-produced by J&M Entertainment, which held some of the international distribution rights. Next one is The Haunting, the 1999 film, from the director of Twister and Speed, who is Jan de Bont, starring Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson, and Lily Taylor. Some houses are born bad. And rated 12. The film's rated 12A. Its original release year was 1999. Its UK theatrical release date was September 24th, 1999. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, DreamWorks Pictures, and Roth Arnold Productions. Next one is The Hunted, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro, from the director of The French Connection, who is William Friedkin. One hell of a film, a non-stop, unflinching assault that never pulls a punch. One of those films that truly delivers, according to Ain't It Cool News. Rated 15. It also mentions that both Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro are Academy Award winners. Its original release year was 2003. Its UK theatrical release date was June 6, 2003. And its UK theatrical distributor was Helcon SK. Which, by the way, was a distributor that went through quite a bit of changes. Before it was Helcon SK, it was launched in 1997 as Redbus Film Distribution. But then when Helcon of Germany bought Redbus in 2000 or 2001, they renamed it to Helcon SK. And then by 2003, it was renamed back to Redbus Film Distribution, with a slight change in the logo. Where the 1997 one was a circle, the 2003 one was a rectangle. I think that The Hunted might have been one of the last films to be released under the Helcon SK name. But then, I think it was 2005, Lionsgate bought Redbus. And then in 2006, it was renamed to Lionsgate UK, which has been its name ever since. And that's how it went from Redbus to Helcon SK, to Redbus again, to Lionsgate UK. It was also released by Lakeshore Entertainment, Paramount Pictures, and Alphaville Films. Next one is Welcome to Collinwood, directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, the Russo brothers, who would later go on to direct films like some of the Avengers films for Marvel, as well as 21 Bridges and a few films for Netflix. I think it's the Extraction films he did for Netflix, for which he did the first one in 2020 and its sequel in 2023. Welcome to Collinwood stars Sam Rockwell, George Clooney and William H. Macy. 5 guys, 1 safe, no brains. Hilarious. I haven't laughed like that in a long time, according to The Sun, and absolutely hilarious according to Fox TV. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2002. Its UK theatrical release date was April 25th, 2003. And its UK theatrical distributor was Helcon SK. And it was released by Helcon SK, Pandora Films, or Pandora International, Warner Brothers Pictures, H585 Media AG, and Section 8 Productions. Next one is Witness, starring Harrison Ford as John Buck. Rated 15. Its original release year was 1985. Its UK theatrical release date was May 24th, 1985. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures and Paramount Pictures. And the final poster in this update, and the final OWV Cinema poster of 2024, is Basic, a John McTiernan film starring John Travolta, Connie Nielsen and Samuel Jackson. There Are Degrees of Truth. Rated 15. Its original release year was 2003. Its UK theatrical release date was June 20th, 2003. And its UK theatrical distributor was Icon Film Distribution. And it was released by Icon Film Distribution, Columbia Pictures, Intermedia Films, and Phoenix Pictures. So that concludes this long and exhausting update. It's been quite a lot that I've had to say in this update. No wonder my voice is a little bit tired now. I need to save it for the OWV Awards in a few weeks, later this month. And that will be the next video I do, the grand finale of 2024 in terms of OWV videos, coming late in December. And I've started to write the script for it, as I mentioned earlier in this video. So I hope to be getting into production after either slightly before or probably more likely after Christmas, because of all the preparations. And like Christmas Day is going to be the busy day, so maybe starting on Boxing Day, but we'll see whether I do it before or afterwards. We'll see. Anyway, that concludes updates for 2024. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, including the OWV Awards 2024 and many other exciting videos coming from Obsessed with Videos in 2025. So, see you later.